Are you wondering what our two presidential candidates think about educational policies? Or maybe even how it'll affect you as a teacher or your children as students? In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 stances on educational policy that Biden and Trump have stated. Hey friends, welcome to Adulting with Esther, the show where I talk about the things that you don't learn in school. Today, we're going to be talking about Biden versus Trump, specifically education policy. If you're new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button down below. Feel free to check out the description. You can find my sources for all this information and resources for you. This video is part of a 10-part series where we're covering all of these topics. You can find the rest of them down in the description or up here. In this video, we'll be talking about 4 questions where our candidates have unique positions. And make sure you stick around to the end where I'll share with you the one that they both agree on. Ready? Should for-profit schools receive federal funding? What are the ideas behind this? Proponents for charter schools say that it supports the crumbling public education system. Opponents of charter schools say they have little accountability and they're taking the funds from our already poorly funded public schools. What are their stances? Trump, pro, Biden, con. Trump believes that by providing charter schools for the American people, it gives them an opportunity to find a school that is a better fit for their child. And in his 2020 budget, he actually allocated $500 million to go directly to charter schools. Biden very clearly states that he does not support giving any federal money to the charter school education because we're already poor as it is. If you'd like to hear more about my personal stance on charter schools, you can click on this video up here. Should student loan debt be forgiven? As of February 2019, there are 44 million Americans who have United States student loan debt. How much do they owe altogether? $1.5 trillion. On April 9th, 2020, Biden shared his alignment with the plan, which would enable every student who has undergraduate debt from a 2-year or 4-year university would have that debt forgiven. Essentially, the government would make your payments in lieu of the money coming from you. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be upset about this one, so feel free to look at the links down below so that you can find more information for yourself. Trump emphasizes that he does want to lessen the burden of student loan debt on American veterans. They're already giving up their lives for us, or at least risking them. Why should they also be breaking the bank as well? He estimates that it'll wipe out approximately $30,000 of student loan debt for approximately 25,000 eligible veterans. And hey, if you're getting value out of this video so far, don't forget to hit that like button. So should student loan debt be forgiven? Well, Biden says yes, he's pro, and Trump, it's not clear. Number 3, should public college tuition be free? If this were to be the case, it would have governments picking up the tab for tuition only, while students and their families would still be responsible for paying for room and board and any other extracurricular. In America, there are currently 17 million students enrolled in undergraduate programs across the United States. Again, guys, articles down below. If you want to argue the point and know more, do your research, check it out yourself, let me know your thoughts. So what are the candidates' stances? Well, Biden is pro, and Trump, again, is not clear. Biden's plan is that 20% tax increase on the wealthy with the capital gains. He wants to use that money to fund people's college education. You know, bring up the low, bring down the top. He estimates that by raising that capital gains tax, he can get $1.6 trillion in funding to put toward this new initiative. Have you checked out the US debt clock, by the way? Here, let me show you. Scary, right? And that's not even just student loan debt, that's credit card debt and like so many other things. Trump states his non-stance by starting out with saying there's no such thing as a free education. If you're not paying for it, someone else will. And that is true. His stance seems to be more on it's not fair for other people to pay for other people's education, but colleges are charging a ton. So let's put effort towards lowering college education prices. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think your college that you went to, if you went to a college, will be lowering their education prices? My college education prices went up while I was there. Okay, so you made it to the end. Are you ready for that one that they agree on? Let's go. Should federal funding to historically Black colleges and universities be increased? They agree on this. HBCUs account for 3% of the universities in America. Historically, the federal government has provided these universities with $250 million annually. And as of December 2019, that amount has been increased to $255 million annually. $85 million of this dollars goes towards STEM education, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And based on a report from January of 2019, these HBCUs rely on this funding for 54.4% of their operations, whereas non-HBCU schools only rely on 34% from federal support. And between 2003 and 2015, HBCUs actually saw a 43% decrease in funding. So where do our candidates stand? Biden and Trump are both pro. Biden's plan is, in addition to increasing the Pell Grants and income-based repayment plans, making that only 5% of your income, he also wants to increase funding to up to $70 billion for these schools for a multitude of things. Check the description if you want more information on that. Trump, also in support of this initiative, he discusses how for the past 180 years, HBCUs have strengthened our country, and they've really done an incredible job in doing that. He previously signed a legislation that increased their funding by 13%, the highest that's ever been done. And over the last 2.5 years, they've received over $500 million in loans. Remember, those are loans, not gifts. Okay, so we made it to the end. I hope you enjoyed learning about education. I think you're awesome for making it far. Let me know you made it this far and brag about yourself a little bit, because yeah, you are awesome, by typing this secret code word down in the comments to let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that by clicking the red button, and hit the like button if you got value out of this video. Stay tuned for next time when we talk about the environment. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.